This is NR2003 Predicts. We take the entry list of NASCAR's top 3 series, send them through the ratings algorithm, and see who comes out on top. Here's a few tidbits to know heading in. The driver ratings are updated race by race to reflect the performance of that driver throughout the season, as well as at that specific track in recent years. The races are at 100% length and use normal tire and fuel wear. The starting lineup will match the real-life qualifying using the provisional starting order, not the one that includes drivers heading to the back. The weather will match the real-life start time data, and commentary will match the real-life scenarios, not the standings that will be posted at the end of the video. And as always, this series is for entertainment purposes only. Using artificial intelligence and using the results of this race for gambling purposes is discouraged. Looking at the Xfinity Series, it was a two-horse battle until Ross Chastain didn't have enough in the tank, so the victory goes to Harrison Burton, Chase Briscoe, and Austin Cindric shortly following, and Chastain ends up 4th after a late pit stop. There were some problems for the front runners in this race, which meant that a lot of guys that normally you don't see up front got an opportunity to get a top 10, including Joe Graf Jr., Jesse Little, and Josh Williams. Now let's head over to the Cup race. Brad Keselowski and Aric Almirola on the front row. Green flag flies for this 500-lapper. And immediately you can see that outside line is the preferred line. Aric Almirola jumped out there. Ryan Blaney shortly following, and Chase Elliott going to come behind them. Keselowski goes from 1st to 4th in just a matter of a lap. And Kevin Harvick might be challenging on the outside as well. Elliott, the most recent winner of the series, he got the victory at the second Charlotte race postponed to Thursday, and he happens to be the best driver here on average finish among these active drivers. He is looking to put up a good performance today, runs inside the top 10. Ryan Blaney, a pair of third-place finishes at Charlotte. Both those races, he is now challenging for the lead on the outside of Aric Almirola. He's got his teammate Joey Logano just behind him. They're going to try to make their move on the outside. But we're going to have some tight quarters off of turn 2. Tyler Reddick gets turned into the outside wall by Matt Kenseth. Kenseth comes down and clips the inside wall along with Clint Bowyer. Those guys will be able to pull away, but that is going to cause some damage to their vehicles. You can also see Austin Dillon on pit lane. He's come down for an unexpected stop. Chase Elliott will be the leader coming off this restart, and he will lead the field to the green. Kurt Busch just following, but he's going to come down for an unexpected pit stop from 2nd place. No word on what that problem is, but we've seen some guys having some problems so far. Matt DiBenedetto, as an example, he went 2 laps down, seeming to have a problem in that first stint. Kyle Busch trying to work his way up the field. He is still outside the top 10, though, as this has not been the kind of season that he has been liking. He hasn't gotten a victory so far, but at this racetrack, 8 wins, trying to make it 9 today. Add on 6 from his brother Kurt, and that is a dynamic duo of brothers. And problems here is Kenseth coming off of pit lane, gets in front of Chris Buescher. Daniel Suarez gives him a heavy hit, and another one from Brennan Poole as the 17 goes on his roof. Another car on his roof back there, that's Timmy Hill. And the leader, Chase Elliott, just barely able to squeak by on the inside. Let's take another view at this. This is looking at Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He's the first one to get in the Buescher. There you can see the slam from Suarez and Poole. Oh, and John Hunter Nemechek runs into him, and Kurt Busch is the one that turns over Timmy Hill. And there goes the 9, just barely getting by on the inside. So Elliott able to escape that one. And he's going to be able to lead this field to the restart now as drivers are starting to work their way out of the grid. Kenseth having a few issues so far in this race. He just came off pit lane. He's been involved in both these accidents right here. 15 top 5s here on this racetrack, but not looking likely to be the 16 based on the way he's running. Chase Elliott out in front, and he's going to get cut off by Matt DiBenedetto, and into the inside wall for him. Running for the lead. He gets cut off by the 21, who's, I think, coming up to take his lane, but the 9 had his car there already. Let's watch on his onboard. He's going to have the momentum on the outside line, and the 21 was not clear there. The 9 was coming. He needed to stay tucked in that inside, and the 9 is going to pay the price for it. He goes into the inside wall with contact from Kenseth. Once again, another incident for the 42. That's going to hand the lead over to Ryan Blaney. He's going to lead the restart here. Aric Almirola, Kevin Harvick, Cole Custer behind him, Brad Keselowski, a lot of Fords up here in the top 5. Jimmy Johnson's trying to see what he can do to work his way back up the field. He is currently outside the top 10 as well, but trying to battle his way in. Should he finish there, that would tie him with Matt Kenseth for the most top 10s among active drivers at this racetrack. Trying to see what he can do to get up to that mark today. And DiBenedetto is going to cut off another driver. That's Denny Hamlin who's going to go for a spin. Joey Logano runs into the 21. And another big hit And several big hits here. Wallace, Reddick, Priest. A lot of cars running in here late, and that is going to take out quite a few drivers. We head back to the restart. We haven't even gotten to the end of stage 1 yet level big accidents so far. Harvick's leading the way. Alex Bowman trying to make sure he can stay on the lead lap. We see some more problems here with some lead lap cars. Ryan Blaney, Eric Jones, they're coming down. And here's going to be a caution right here. That's going to end the stage. Bailey Curry looked like he was trying to come down the pit lane, but did not have the clearance. And Matt Kenseth, once again, getting involved in the incident. He is not having a good day himself. But that is going to take the 53 down the pit lane. For whatever reason, he was trying to cut across and was not clear. And Harvick's going to be the one that wins the stage under caution. Eric Almirola, William Byron, Ryan Newman, Cole Custer make up the top 5. Kyle Busch able to fight himself into that last stage point. So Harvick will make his pit stop, and he will be the first person off of pit lane. He'll lead the restart with his teammate Eric Almirola behind him, as well as William Byron. Kurt Busch had his incident earlier on, running in second place, came down the pit lane unexpectedly. Lost a couple laps for that. However, right now as they're running, he is back inside the top 20. These guys are dropping like flies, and he is trying to make sure that he stays in a decent position. He's led a lot of laps here. Just doesn't look like it's going to lead any more today. As right now we're looking at the 2 car of Brad Keselowski trying to work his way to the outside of Eric Almirola and Ryan Newman. And he's going to take the lead in one fell swoop. Meanwhile, Cole Custer, how about the rookie, putting up an impressive performance right now. Keselowski's dropped back a little bit. 4 and the 6 are getting out in front, and that is Cole Custer going to the lead. What a move by the rookie driver. And he's going to put a little bit of an extension on that lead, but it's going to be short-lived here. Kevin Harvick getting turned into the outside wall. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was kind of in the middle right there. Jimmy Johnson also getting contact, and that is 3 heavily damaged race cars. Harvick done for the day, running in the top 5 at the time of the accident. So Custer leads them to the restart, and Ryan Newman, the veteran driver, going to try to see what he can do to take advantage of him. We're going to see here as Keselowski going to utilize that outside line that's been so good so far. Even when he has lap traffic in front of him, you can see he's able to go around the 41, he's able to go around the 10. Ryan Newman going to try to follow his path, see what he can do to get a finish here. And Keselowski going to just barely beat Cole Custer to the line to take stage 2, followed by Newman, Alex Bowman, and Eric Almirola. Kurt Busch able to battle his way into the top 10 despite that pit stop he made earlier. Head back to the restart, and Keselowski not the first one off pit lane. That'll be Cole Custer, so he's going to be able to lead the restart this time around. They're able to utilize that outside line on the start to get their way to the front immediately. Custer's going to lose that lead, though, to Keselowski, but here comes the veteran driver, Ryan Newman. Obviously, we talk about his accident a lot. He's only missed 3 races, so he still has the points opportunity to get into the playoffs. But he's going to have to fight for it really hard right now and try to see what he can do, because the finishes he's put up since the return of the sport have not been super pleasant. Alex Bowman, though, putting up a nice top 5 after trying to stay on the lead lap earlier. And another incident right here in turn 1. Quinn Houff going to cut across the nose of that looks like BJ McLeod, as it looks like the double zero was trying to go to pit lane. Was not clear there, and that's going to bring out a caution. Brad Keselowski going to lead them to the restart. Ryan Newman just behind. You can see William Byron there. He has had some problems today as well. You can see the damage on the back end. Had some engine issues earlier on. And seeing Kyle Busch here trying to get back on the lead lap. But that is the second place car of Ryan Newman. He has just wrecked. Let's take a look at that incident. It's another case of a driver coming off pit lane. Michael McDowell this time gets 2 wheels off the ground as Newman pushes him around. And that is going to be detrimental to Newman's chances today. You can see the damage on the hood. They're going to try to repair it. He is still on the lead lap. But man, that is a big heartbreak for that team right there as they continue to try to push for better finishes. So get back in the restart. Brian Blaney trying to stay on the lead lap. Unable to make it happen, but he is still inside the top 10. Trying to see if he can get a good finish to back up those Charlotte performances. But look at Newman right now. He is still running fast. Despite the fact that he just ran into the 34, he is still challenging for the lead. He's taking the outside line over Keselowski, and he is pushing forward to P1. What a move by the 6 car. Here comes Alex Bowman, though. He is trying to break up all these Fords at the front of the field. Right now, he's the only non-Ford on the lead lap, so he would really like to make a good impression, and he is going to cut to the outside of the 6 car and try to go for his second win of the season. You know, Kyle Busch is trying to enter himself into this conversation, because if he can get back on the lead lap and they get a caution, that will be ideal for him to try to take a victory this season. But he's going to have to work his way toward Alex Bowman. It looks like he's going to fade back a little bit. As you can see right now, Brad Keselowski's in danger of going lap down. He has fallen back trying to battle this lap traffic, and Bowman is closing in, trying to put him a lap down. But he's going to catch a break right here. Ty Dillon going to get clipped by Kurt Busch. The 1 car trying to get ahead. The 13 hits the wall, goes over, and the 10 car hits him while airborne. And the 41's going to clip the 13 as well. And that is going to take the rookie out of the race. A look here, you can see he was to the inside of Joey Gase and just barely hit the 13 car, but it hit him enough that is going to kill his motor. And that is going to drop the rookie, who was having a great run today. Finished second in the second stage. He's going to be out of this one. Alex Bowman leads them to the restart. Ryan Newman and Brad Keselowski going to try to battle for the win. Aric Almirola is still on the racetrack despite hitting the 13 car while it was airborne. He only lost a lap. He is still in the top 5. He might be challenged by Kyle Busch, but that is an impressive car to see still running. And right here, look at Brad Keselowski with a big power move to the outside of the 88. But the 88 is going to battle back. This is an intense battle for the lead, and the laps keep winding down. Bowman trying to get his second victory of the season, so is Keselowski. But Ryan Newman is able to put his nose in there on the backstretch, and with 7 laps to go, here comes Newman for the lead. He is coming around turn 4, and he's extended his lead as he takes the white flag. Newman has not won since 2017 at Phoenix. The 6 car for Roush Fenway Racing hasn't won since 2011 with David Reagan at Daytona. Just over 3 months since being hospitalized from an accident at Daytona, Ryan Newman is going to win at Bristol. Talk about resiliency. Newman showed that he can really get it done at this racetrack. Last year, in the summer race, he proved to be somewhat of a villain as people blamed him for cutting off Matt DiBenedetto as he tried to fight for his first victory. But today, he comes out as a winner. Brad Keselowski is going to be just behind him, as well as Alex Bowman, Kurt Busch, and Kyle Busch. Top 5s for both those guys, despite the fact that they are lapped down. Aric Almirola finishes 7th despite his damage. Corey LaJoie also jumps up there in the top 10, as a lot of guys really fell out of this race. And you can tell that they were the guys that normally run up front, because you can see in this top 20, guys you wouldn't normally see: Garrett Smithley, Joey Gase, Greg Gaulding, J.J. Ailey, Bailey Curry, B.J. McLeod, guys that don't typically put up top 20 performances. Well, they got it done because there were a lot of DNFs, and William Byron and Matt Kenseth, some guys that were able to finish the race, albeit more than 10 laps down. But Cole Custer had that late accident. Clint Boyer, Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, all guys that you could say could put up a top 10 performance. Matt DiBenedetto got into his share of accidents. Chase Elliott had that heartbreak with DiBenedetto. However, it all transpires for Ryan Newman, victorious here at Bristol. That is it for NR2003 Predicts. We hope you enjoy the race, and we will see you all next time.